Hi, I'm Andrew Berry and welcome to At the Benches YouTube channel. Today I'm just going to show you a couple of products that will enable you to clean up primarily the insides of ring shanks, although these products can be used to clean any concave surface. Concave like that, inside cave-like. So I've got two rings here. I'm going to use one. Just soldered this, and I want to make sure that the inside of my seam now here, the inside of the ring is nice and smooth. So we'd start off initially using a ring file. I always like to use a ring file. I have a couple on my bench here, different grades. I think this is a medium cut ring file. What do I mean by a ring file? It's like a combination file. On one side, it's nice and flat. On the other side, it's nicely rounded. So when you're working away on a ring, for instance, you want to make sure that you get the outside of the ring nice and flat. You can use the flat side to come along to the flat side. You can use the flat side then to do the outside of the band as well. And then instead of having to put the file down, pick up another file, you can simply turn the file over. So now you've got the rounded side on the inside. You can come along and clean up the inside of the ring. I find that having a ring file does make your ring making, repairing so much quicker, because you don't have to worry about putting the file down, picking up another file. Let's put my visor on for this so I can really see what I'm doing. And as you move the file on the inside of the ring, you're moving it around to follow the contours. So now you've done the inside of the solder seam, you've got file marks, and you need to remove those file marks. So let me just show you several ways that we can get rid of those file marks. You can make up what's called a buff stick. You see me make up buff sticks already on YouTube. I'll link the film above me by here. These are simple rectangular buff sticks, nicely well used, as you can see, but you can also use round pieces of wood as well and roll up the emery paper, secure it top and bottom, and now you have a nice round buff stick. You can use that to come along and put the ring over the buff stick and just move the buff stick back and forth to clean up the inside. You can even hold on to the ring and twist it this way, and that will clean up the inside of the ring absolutely brilliantly. Another way is to use these quite thick, chunky rubber wheels. You can get them in various grits. I don't like to use these really, because as you move along the surface, there'll be areas that are wear, so the surface may be slightly undulating. So when you come to use this on the inside of the ring is not necessarily going to be flat if that's what you're after. So I don't tend to use those that often. The other way that you can make up something like a buff stick, like this, is to use what's called a split mandrel. This is a mandrel that is split. This is a 2.35mm shaft, and it's got a nice piece of steel at the end here, and down that steel, as you can see, there's a split running right the way along it. And what you can do is that when you're making up your buff sticks, rectangular buff sticks, and you come towards the end, there's always a little bit left over that isn't quite the correct width for the buff stick. Save them, cut them off, save them, because they are ideal now for making your own little sanding drums. You simply put the emery paper through the split and simply wind on the emery paper. Do it with your fingers, or if you're lazy like me, put it into your flex shaft, put that through, and as you spin the pedal gently, it winds it on. And you have now got essentially like a sanding drum. It does flap about a bit, like that. So sometimes it's best to perhaps get a bit of sellotape or an elastic band just to put it around the outside edge, just to hold it together. But this is ideal for coming along to on the inside of the ring and doing that with. Now, how easy is that? One step further, you can buy your own sanding drums. I've got a selection here of various grits. You can make these in various grits as well. But these are called roll sanders, abrasive waterproof paper rolls mounted onto a 2.35mm shank. 10 to a pack in this case. This is a 320 grit. These are 240 grit. You can get them in 400, 600, 800 and 1000 grit. Although I don't bother buying the finer grits. I always just start off with the coarse ones, and as you use them, they will become slightly finer. Now the trick with them is, and this one that I've used by here, is that as you use it, the grit gets nice and fine, which means you can put a nice finish onto the inside of your shank. When these areas here get that little bit too worn, what you can do is always unfold it, take it back to some fresh paper, and now you've got some nice fresh grit on it. Nice and rough to start over again. Some people will take the paper right down to this glue bit on the bottom, but once you take it right down to the bottom, what you'll find, you'll end up like this. This will flap around, and the idea with this glue here is it just holds the paper all together. So what I would perhaps try and do, just take up the emery paper and take it virtually all the way down to the bottom. But I want that adhesive, this plastic, this gluey bit by here to hold the rest of the paper together. Otherwise it's going to look like this, and this is going to become flapping around, and this is going to be flapping. It's the same as that. Anyway, beside the point. So those are the favorite types of inside ring sanders. Emery paper, nothing wrong with that, on a buff stick like this. No problem at all. It's going to be a little bit more labor intensive. You've got 1 or 2 rings to do it this way, no problem at all. You've got a whole batch of rings to do. Get something like your flex shaft, get something like a roll sander, sanding drum on the inside like this. Come along, you've gone over the inside with your ring file. Come along with this on the inside. Ideal then, just for taking this outside edge off as well. You can move that around, just take the outside edge off. Just like that, so quick, so easy. And any surface that you have got that is concave, as you can see, they start off, these sanding rolls, these roll sanders start off in this sort of diameter, and as you use them, they go right down to this. I think I've even got 1 or 2 on here that are even thinner than that again. There we go, down to this sort of thickness. And ideal for keeping on your bench for all those little areas that you can't quite get to with your larger buff stick. So there we go. That is how we can prepare the inside of our ring shank. We can take off the solder, we can prepare it, we can make it nice, smooth surface, ready for when we come to polish. Please subscribe if you haven't done already. I'd love you to. Smash that little bell icon to be notified when films go live on our YouTube channel. Don't forget, give this film a thumbs up if you like it. If you don't like it, just let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know what sort of films you want me to show you upon our At The Benches YouTube channel. But in the meantime, my name is Andrew Berry for At The Benches YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. I will see you on the next film. Take care. Bye for now.